Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Guild Wars 1 Let's Play. We are here in Raisu Palace for one of the last missions of Factions. What we'll be doing today. Thank you all for coming out. Let's read the description. Emperor Senvo commissioned the rebuilding of Raisu Palace after it mysteriously burned to the ground in the year 1204, killing his father. I wonder who burned it to the ground. Emperor Singta took over 80 years to finish the construction on the elaborate palace, but once complete, it was considered one of the greatest achievements of Emperor Senvo's reign. My man assassinated his dad and was like, nah, run it back. The place that burned down, run it back. So there's a couple interesting things at this mission that we're going to talk about real quick. So, really quick. So Kunavang appears on these last couple missions here, and she gives you a special skill. And these skills are different depending on what class you are, and they do different things. So mine as Ritualist here is summons Archimorphs and Saint Victor from the Spirit Realm, so it gives me some really powerful spirits, and they only recharge once you defeat bosses. And another thing here is we have the option of 6 people that we can pick up. And we get 2 of them, and they change how the mission is played. So let's grab... Talon is the best, and Danica is one of the other best to skip a good chunk of the mission. Or to get through the mission quick. So, Sin is also a perfectly fine option if you want to use Sin. I've definitely used Sin and... What's his face before? So yeah, now all the mobs in this are Shiroken, so Shiro's constructs. And they're all quite strong. Now make sure we're a little careful going through. But yeah, so one of them would let you skip the center section here, which lets you skip some of these enemies. I don't think I've ever really taken that one. I think that's Sin, if my memory serves me correct. That one's alright. I would definitely recommend, at the very least, 100% taking Talon. The other is kind of up to you. Panaku is pretty bad. He's kind of useless. All he does is disable traps. Yeah, here's some Shiroken. So we're going to pull these guys back, and then we're also going to summon these spirits here, just to see what they do. I'm actually not exactly sure what they do. I think they give you the effect. Yeah, okay, so they give you the shield effect, and then I guess then they summon the other guy, and it gives you the other effect from when we collected the spear earlier in the campaign. Ooh, everything's nice and balled up, so we're getting lots of damage here. Nice. These things can be kind of dangerous. This is the end game zone. This is more or less the Titans of this game. Not nearly as powerful. Those Titans don't mess around, but these guys are a little bit easier. And all the Shiroken, I think I mentioned at the end of the last episode, but they're all based off creatures native to Kantha. So, like these rangers here are Tengu, those monks are Kirin, the Mesmers are Phoenixes. Not exactly sure what the assassins are supposed to be. The things that have like the blades around them. I think they're supposed to be humans, but I'm not exactly sure. Alright. I think... Yeah, this is one of the skips. So essentially Talon's going to go and close these 2 side gates, these 2 side portals, which would spawn a whole bunch of enemies. And this basically prevents both this side and that side from spawning a whole bunch of mobs and making it much harder for us to progress up until here. So that skips like 3 or 4 fights in total. I've been doing well on them, so... cast a lot of my spirits at a lower level. No! I hope a lot of these warriors are blinded. It looks like they are. It's good. We need to try to reduce some of that damage where we can. Got them spirity boys up in there. And let's summon the spirits. So this skill is actually different for every class. Some of them are better than others. The elementalist one I remember being particularly powerful. Oh, that did some damage there. That did like 200 damage. Dang. That dude actually got blasted. What the heck? So here, I think if we hug this wall, we might be able to get by without aggroing that second group. Not exactly sure, though. Maybe not. Nah, looks like we got both groups. I don't think there's anything too scary in these. Yeah, the Mesmers are the scary ones of the Shirokin. The Mesmers and the Ellies. So these groups that don't really have a ton of either are not super scary for us to deal with. Get the spirits out here. Get some damage reduction going. Alright, fun going. Oh, there's a Shirokin warrior down there. Get him off real quick. But I quite like the palace. It's quite pretty as you go through it. Yeah, so here we have these portals, which are gonna essentially infinitely spawn dudes. But I think we might be able to just kill. If they group up, we should be able to kill a lot of them, and then I should just be able to drop some spirits back here to essentially slow them down. Yeah, like I think now we should be able to leave. A ping from my allies, so they'll follow me. They're gonna aggro on the spirits, and we should be fine. As long as none of the dudes are stuck back there. Yep, and now we hit Danica's. So you can actually, like, just rush through this and skip. Like, if you just run through till you hit this cutscene, you'll actually be teleported afterwards, so... You actually get away without having to do sins. Or what we did there. Because Danica will open up this other passageway here and essentially stop the things from spawning behind us. Try to get through all these guys. Still quite a few rangers. I think the rangers have a self-heal, so they're a little bit tankier than their friends. Alright. Yeah, so we skipped that entire room, and there's like 4 or 5 groups in there, so that's another reason why Danica's good, is because she gets to skip a lot. So this area has a lot of traps in it, and that's what Panaku does. Panaku will disable a lot of these traps, but they don't really do much damage. They do like 20 damage or something, which is not really much in the grand scheme of things. Gotta be a little careful with these mesmers because they have hex removal that damages area around them. We do not want to get blown up. Especially because actually, as a ritualist skill here can help us prevent a lot of that damage as well. So I think that's the last guy. Yep. Oh no, it's not. You still have to actually get to the Emperor. The big thing here is, see how there's a whole bunch of bosses here? This means we'll get a lot of more outboosts, so we can actually spend our skill quite frequently. You see it's already up. Summon back the boys. That nice little free damage. And there we go. Mission complete. I don't know why this random guy spawned, but... Oh, it's for him to kill in the cutscene.
Emperor!
I just realized that throne is too high for him to get on.
Brother, no!
Me and the boys rolling up. Wait, we're all inside Shiro. Man, that cutscene is badly done. This is a really cool area. I love this area. This is honestly one of my favorite areas in Factions visually. And you don't really get to spend much time or do anything in it. So Shiro's now taken Master Togo.
So, you're of the royal line. You'll do nicely.
Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o. Yep, that's
I have returned.
kind of an unceremonic way for him to go. But yeah, Togo is no more. Although certainly the spirits brought us back from the abyss once, why couldn't they just run it back again? That's... I actually never thought about that. That's a little weird, actually. The spirits saved us once, why not do it again? So here we are in Imperial Sanctum. This is the last mission of the Factions campaign. Everybody's here. I think you get a good chunk of the henchmen. It's a combination of everybody from the two different sides, as well as the original crew. It looks like only Devana's here. Where's the rest of the OG crew? That's weird. Oh, I guess it's all the people who didn't stay back to do stuff at the end of the last thing. So anybody who stayed back to do something at the end of the last thing isn't here, I think. I think that's what it is. Possibly. But yeah, that's going to be all for today's episode. I want to thank you for coming out. And next episode, we'll be doing the final mission in Factions before moving on to the post game. So, hope you're excited. I hope you have a great day.